This clip of the Texas Bucket List is brought to you by Spirit of Texas Bank, Slovacek Sausage, Germania Insurance, TX Burger, and RV Source. Howdy, and welcome back to the Texas Bucket List. You know, when it warms up here in the state, a lot of us Texans like to go down to the beach and play in the sand, maybe work on a sandcastle. But if you head to South Padre, there's one sand structure there that rules them all. There's nothing like a sunny day on the beaches of South Texas. Soaking up the sun, splashing in the surf, or popping the top on your favorite Lone Star State light beer leads the list of things to leave you feeling okay on the ocean front. And if you feel the need to construct a castle, there's plenty of sand to stack your tower. But for a truly awe-inspiring granule fortress, mosey on over to the world's largest permanent sandcastle.
I love it. It makes so many people happy. I think that's what makes me happiest.
That's where we met Andy Hancock, a man from another part of the world that found solace in the sands of South Padre. He has a job title that'll make you think you've got water in your ears.
I build sandcastles for a living. Yeah, I get people pay me to make sandcastles, which is great. And you can't get better than that, can you?
Originally from Australia, Andy arrived to the island in 2002 to continue his career in art.
My whole mantra, my whole life has been, I can make works of art from what other people throw away. So.
Originally a wood carver, Andy found sand a much more forgiving material to work with. So he started his castle building business, teaching tourists the art of making towers.
If you can show them just one little thing that makes them happy, that means you've lit that spark and off you go, you know, so that's what I like about it.
While building these beautiful but brittle works of art, Andy got the idea of placing a permanent sand sculpture somewhere for the world to see.
When we started, people didn't quite understand. I think they thought it was going to be like a little box, 4 foot square, and we were going to stick it up and then, you know. And so when trucks started arriving, they were going, what are you doing?
Some thought the big sandbox was a waste of time and money.
Never taking much notice of the naysayers. When we built it, people said, well, you know, you might have a few people who come and see it, but we managed to stop. We stock about 100,000 cars a year.
With so much detail, so many secret little surprises, it's no wonder Andy's incredible castle is such a stop.
Yeah, there's an angry bird there. We've got an owl, angry bird.
The detail, the faces, the animals.
Only sandcastle in America with a palm tree sticking out of it. Yeah, nobody puts castles around trees.
I thought it was just fantastic. I mean, you don't see stuff like this very often.
One of the main features on our castle is our dragon. And I say to a lot of people, go find the dragon on the castle. And they say, where's the dragon? And they're looking around thinking, what's this? I don't understand. And then the kids will spot it first.
Every little feature on the fortress has a story behind it.
The dragon was attacking and a wizard had turned it into stone. So
cool.
That's how it all came about like that, because I like that sort of thing.
Just each one of these little stones, these little stairs, how long does each one of these take?
They don't take long. The brickwork is quite good, but you need to do it. It's got to look like a rock or a block or a brick. When you make it, a lot of people just scratch at it and go, oh yeah, that's it. No, if you have to spend your time, because if you make the rocks and the bricks effective and make them really look like rocks, people are just stunned.
Astonishment isn't the only emotion the castle creates. It also lowers the drawbridge to imagination.
A little girl came in, she was standing there and she was standing there with her mouth open. I said, what do you think of that? And she said, if I was small enough, I'd live in there. Which I thought was fantastic.
When the weather turns for the worse, one might think it's the end of the road for this earth architecture. Fortunately, a protective layer of glue keeps the sandcastle standing.
Once this surface is dried, you're able to spray it with glue, and that bonds the surface together against the weather. So the rain and the sun and everything else beating down on it.
But it's not the only way Andy keeps up with his enduring work of art. There's a reason it's permanent, because you're permanently working on it.
That's right, exactly right. That's right, yeah. That's right, job for life, yeah.
This is another form of art.
Anybody that passes by a sand sculpture has no culture. I mean, come on, it's a sand sculpture.
So take some time to soak up the sand on South Padre. Well worth a stop on the Texas Bucket List.
We like to show people that something is possible, rather than you were talking about the little castle in the bucket, is show them the professional end of things and say, anything is possible if you put your mind to it.